Yes. See my face soon, and I can see that everything okay. Okay. We are here on YouTube to practice English more one time. And the topic today is about cars. What cars reveals about culture, status, and the future. Okay, that's practicing. Okay, I will start asking the first question. What do you think cars say about people's identity or lifestyle today? Okay, the first question is for. Okay, I'll try that. I believe. Yes, I don't know if is a rule or people like the status that have a car, but I believe these things is changing a little, uh, but I don't believe this will change in the next future because it's very strong in Brazil. Have a car. This culture is part of us. I don't know what happened with us. I believe is by influence of industry. In my region, the region that I live, exists a lot of fabrics, not more as in the 50s years, but have brandings of cars, and this was influenced. In fact, this influenced a lot of people because it was one of the strongest parts of economics from Brazil. And I believe that today have a car is like a status, like I said. Have a car is one of the I don't know if but it's one milestone that maybe you win in the life because you have a car of the year. Yes, uh, people like to show a car. Um, this don't have more anymore with me. But when I was a teenager, I think it was a part of construction of my culture. Have a car is a one thing to achieve for men for a boy. Yeah, have a car is a dependence. You can go for many parts. Is I like cars, but not as much when I was a teenager. Yes, this is my answer for the first question. Okay, I would like to know about you, Luis.
Well, guys, I love cars. I grew up in the time when you have a car was a goal because, like you said before, Leandro, was synonymous for independence, for you start your adult life, and I like the way of have car not like ostentação, but symbol of independence because I don't like to depend from others. No, nowadays I realize that a lot of young people no don't have the interest to learn to drive. For instance, was not a dream for a guy with 18 years have a drive license. So for me, this I love cars. I like to spend time to mm, work on parts, engines, kind of things. Is this?
Yeah, I agree with you, Luis, because I grew in the 90s. You too, I believe. And it was part of not of us. Is like have this goal. Yeah. I don't have any prejudice from people that don't like to have a car or like to have a car. But like you said, the license today is a lot of expensive. It's much more expensive. Yeah. When I buy I buy my car, I expend a little. 800 reais, for example. Nowadays is 2000, 2050. Um, is a different time. Yeah, like I said, the independence with cars is to me is one thing that is part of me myself. I don't know in the future the next childrens maybe you think different, but for us, for was we are I don't know bombing by bombardeados yeah with propaganda with my dad, my uncle, yeah, incentivized a lot. We had have a car. I like this. Yes, it's part of me. Yeah. Uh, Denner Fonseca. Can you?
In my opinion, the car, I guess that uh, reflects the moment of the person, like the age, the place that people is, the role that people have, like that if he has family, that he have necessity of locomotion, and in many cases, I think that she has in little of status that many people thinking having better car because of his status, but in my major cases, I think that it depends of the necessity and is it.
Yeah, thank you, Denner, for sharing your opinion. Lurian, can you share your opinion?
Yes. I think in the past, I agree. I think in the past, to have a car, to have a house, apartment, um, could people could understand maybe you are safe, about money, about your life, about your how mature you are, about your career, because since this is objects that show people like money, power, so in the past it was that for me. Now, I think this is changing. I know a lot of people that because of cost of life, they are selling their cars and just using Uber. Even people with family, with kids. I have a friend, she did that. The other one here, I think, was Valdo. He's a host here. I think he said, I don't have a car too, and I have a family, like with kids. So uh, maybe now the values for everything, what is important is change. I can say, for example, since now we have internet, we have the possibility to show people that what is important to us. I can say all the experience is really more important. Maybe objects like house and apartment and cars, motorbikes, these kind of things is not that important anymore. I think it's important in my case. For example, I bought a house, not a car because a car is not for me, but a house, yes, for the safer, for my parents feel safe. But for me, what is important is to enjoy, to have experience when I'm here. So I like to travel. So for me, when I saw like a picture with someone with a car, this is nothing. But if I saw like a picture of someone in a trip, traveling, no, this is everything for me. So maybe this is changing. If you really love a car because you are interested about cars, I have a friend he really loves. He tried to change the car every year. The other one, he had a dream to have a new car, a car that is not a second hand. And he could do this to himself, So this for me is nothing, it's nothing. But I think it's some way people is trying to be happy, to maybe to attend old dreams, dreams about the past. Maybe I try to attend these dreams now. It's changing all the time, so maybe more identity now, because this show what you like, what you prioritize in your life. That's it.
Yeah, thank you, Lilian, for sure. I agree with you. For some people, it's not important to have a car. It's more about have some experience. In my case, I believe is part of my culture, the culture that I grow. As much I'd like uh, to try don't have a car. For example, nowadays I don't have a car, but I feel this. I really miss it. Yeah. This week I am with a car of my uncle, because my uncle is in the vacation, and um I bring, yeah, I bring or deliver, I don't know, in the airport, and I delivered then my uncle, his wife, at the airport, and I am with his car, and after some days I will go to bring them, yeah, to got them, and to get them. And I would like to have a car, because I use the car for 3 years. I don't have more car, and I can see the what is important to me have a car. Yeah, because I'm for example, today it's raining a lot, and I'm going to the gym with a car. It's totally comfortable, yeah. But it's a kind of thing is expensive to have in my garage, because I'm working from home, and I don't know. The thing that uh, I need to think about the accountant, the bills. If have a card is my moment now. Okay, but I'm using the card these days is to me is I feel I miss this feeling of liberty. Yeah, maybe it's because I had a car many years ago, for many time, and I don't know how to explain this. Yeah, but I think I'd like to answer about you. For example, I live in a city that have train station but don't have metro, but it's far from my home. Yeah, I expend using a bus, a public bus, a public transportation. I expend almost 1 hour 40 minutes. Yeah, to get a train to go to São Paulo, to go to the other cities. I don't know. I believe in Belo Horizonte, Lurian, have had a metro, had a subway, but I don't know if is usual to you using public transportation. What do you think about?
In Belo Horizonte, we have the subway, metro. It's not it's a good one when you think about the quality of the metro, but they are changing a lot, and just we have one line, so don't connect all the neighborhoods. But buses we have during the night, during the day. The most of time what I don't have a car too is because of I drink. you know and I most of time I drink wine or I drink a beer. So, and I really scare about that. So I think this is a uh, cannot affect only me, can affect the other one, if you have an accident. I will laughing because I said I drink, you and Luis too. Then,
I don't have problem about drinking.
I know, but it's
No,
normal.
no, I have problems too. Yeah, yeah.
I
I
don't
have
have any
problems.
problem as well. I just
But yes, I drink, so like every time I was like, I love to drink caipirinhas, so wine, so I don't see the point. And I'm a kind of, since I'm a woman, I think I don't have a lot of resistance. I
Oh,
prefer to just use Uber or the apps for that. And since to have a car, it's not important for me, no. But I to have a car is important for liberty. I agree. Like sometimes I want to walk with my dogs, but not just walk. Maybe to go to a park, to do something different. And normally here, Uber is starting to accept pets. They accept in the past after they stop. So since I don't have a car, it's hard to do things with my dogs. Or maybe if I want to visit another city, for example, I live in Belo Horizonte and I want to go to Ouro Preto or the Inhotim, Brumadinho, places that is close to the capital, and it's better for us to go by car instead to take a bus. So this is, I know it's a kind of limitation, but when I put in the balance, I prefer don't have. But maybe one day when if I have a family or if my situation change, we can think other
yeah,
option.
I can see that. I believe for family is think for thinking about because for example, my my brother have a big family and feel some necessity to go to hospital sometimes or to buy something. Um, and have a car is a necessity, yeah, because nowadays is easier. Have Uber 99 and 99 have a the other options, taxes was expensive, but now is cheaper because have competitors. Uh, but now I think for some people, have a car is not option. You need. For example, drive to the hospital in the night, the mid of the night. Yeah, if you have a car, is you have some lack of tools to. It's like I said, yeah, you need to balance that. And for you, Luis Carlos, you can see yourself using public transportation. What do you think about transportation in your city in Campo Grande?
No, in Campo Grande is terrible. It's impossible to use transportation. And when I start to drive, I am an old guy, I'm 44 years old, so for me it's a Dutch have a car and take care of my wife, because for me this is the rule, I can't think if one day I need to sell my car, okay, but when I have the chance to maintain my car, I will, because I think it's important to have a car, because I don't trust anyone who drives to me, I need to be the driver. It's very, I don't know. I can't remember a time that I was in a car that I wasn't driving. So I do believe that, and for me, it's this. I truly believe that my ways have a car and they take care of her family. This.
That's it. Thank you, Luis. I like to drive. Yeah, I love driving because I feel uh, it's very good driving. And I was working in construction buildings. Needed to visit many parts with car. It was impossible to use the different kind of transportation. But I remember I loved that it being the traffic. Yeah, but because I received for that. Yeah, when I need to go for some thing for me, I like being in the traffic. But I remember. I like to drive, and I don't like being in a car or be transported for other people driving. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I like the way that I drive. The
Yes,
way that
yes.
I feel uncomfortable. Yeah, the thing
I
the way that the other drive. Yeah. I
I
feel
don't like as well. If, for instance, I don't know why, but sometimes I feel a little bit paranoid about our time, you know. Sometimes I think if something bad happened in Brazil and I need to escape, you know, I can't use the Uber to escape, you know, something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Yeah, and you is next to the Paraguay, next to
And Bolivia.
Bolivia, yeah. You have some alternative. Maybe if you have something happen here, is easier to me go to the sea, to the cross and maybe take a boat. I don't know what will happen this. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Liz. And then, how is the transportation in your city? You can see yourself driving or take transportation, public transportation. What do you think about?
In my city is normal because here is in small city, so the transport doesn't have many problems, except in years the price, but with the time the price uh, is making better. And the transportation locomotion is good too because the city is small, so it's easy to locomote to the city and the places you want to arrive. And here is not was important to us. I will see it in future in other cities that I have a possibility to know, but here that's not much problem with this.
Okay. What's the name of your city? I forgot.
Itaúna, the city is Itaúna in Minas Gerais.
Minas Gerais? Yeah, okay. I know some parts of Minas Gerais, but your city I have never visited. Okay, thank you, Denner. Let's continuing the, the programming and the second question. Okay, can you answer for us, Luis? Reading us
Question number
two,
two.
or
Okay,
you can answer the other if you feel more comfortable.
uh, uh, so let's go to question number 2. In your culture, we have a car symbol of freedom, success, or necessity, or something else. My culture is about freedom. It's about freedom and responsibility sometimes. Is this?
Yeah, yeah. To me, the same. Yeah, it's about culture. Maybe if I live in a place that is next to the subway, maybe I don't feel this necessity to go because with subway you can go for a lot of parts in São Paulo city. But each days, it's possible to be don't have car too, but I feel that is I ex- to do the things that I'm doing nowadays is cheaper have a car because I don't use it a lot, but it's comfortable. Yeah, it's a step to have a life better. Yeah, maybe is Oh, the other, yeah, something else. Yeah. For me, the answer is something else. If for you, Luria, what do you think about the second question?
Um, let me check. Maybe freedom. Yes, maybe freedom. Like I said, at least for me, I'm a part of my culture, but I know people are different. For me, a car is a way to just do what you want to do at the right moment, you know. Even like I'm saying, I use Uber, I need to wait, sometimes they cancel, you know. It's not a good moment. I'm totally dependent of them, you know. If I have an appointment that I need to be there in the right time, it's better if I took in advance. So for me, it's freedom. And I think success, but like I said, a lot of people, they have a car and they are just paying, you know, and we cannot see this. Maybe it's a need, necessity, if you need to have some kind of quality time to work, you know, because you need to take like 3 4 transportations to go to your work. Maybe it's better to have a car because of family. Like I think it is Leandro that said about to have a, when you have a baby, when you have a kid, you need to take the baby or the kid to the hospital. You know, it's better if you do this like right away. So for me, it's more like a freedom and after need. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like to go to the beach. Have a car. It's when I need to go with some car or renting a car or because with public transportation is terrible. When I make these questions, I thinking about cars, motorcycles. Okay, we feel comfortable to talking about the other transportations uh, using the roads in this. I use a motorcycle. I sell my motorcycle, but my dad had one, and when I feel necessity to go to the gym or a different gym, I use a motorcycle. Is the best option, yes, because it's I don't use a lot of space to parking, and is fast and is practical. Yes, and I like this. In the future, is one of things that I will buy again is a motorcycle. Yeah, but I need to I need to move for the other part because the garage here is full. Yeah, and I need my own home and to 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 park my vehicle. Yeah, that's it. Dinner. And you would like to talk about the second question?
In my opinion, in the region that I live, always people pass me the idea of the have to having car means maturity. Uh, that is in espécie of passage of teen to adult. Like we need to buy a car for be a man, having family because child, wife, work, independence, status too, because many in many cases represents financial success. And I like that success, locomotion, independence uh, are mix that form the maturity of the adult life that we need to have in car.
Okay, dinner. Thank you. In the past, people used to have a horse, yeah, in the countryside, and or some cart. Was for some part of Brazil, the countryside. I know don't have a good public transportation is a kind of necessity. Yeah, have a car or have some kind of locomotion. That's it. Guys, Lurian, would like to change some questions to answer.
Yes. Let me just read here the questions. Uh, do you think? I will, since we are talking about cars, the question number 6. What's your take on electric cars and the swift toward more sustainable transportation? I know that some countries they are trying to just selling cars right now, electrical ones, In a few years, like you cannot find cars with gas, oil, fuel anymore. I know some countries in Europe they are about to start this. I don't know if it was this year or in a few years. I don't know, but since we are talking about that, I don't see this reality here in Brazil because of the because of the corruption, because of a lot of things, but mainly because of first, it's not accessible for everyone. Maybe in 100 at 100 years, it's not accessible for everyone, and even if it's better. I think we have a lot of problems about gas, about the petrol, about the industries, okay, because they will just boof, no, like this is a big economy here. So this is the difference about the like good and big economies and economies that they are based about you just need to do the same that you do all the time, choose to survive, because of corruption, because of this kind of thing. So I don't know. I think electrical cars is really good for the environment, but I don't think all the countries they are ready to change that. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you about this. The industry here um, is strong. The automotive industry is strong, very strong. I know that exists a great lobby to don't change this kind of way to use cars. Yeah, have a lot more roads than railroad. Have marketing very is very strong to have a car. And I don't know for about the electric cars if in the future we will have the um, this in the next years, replacing the gas, the petrol, the cars using petrol for electric cars. But I believe this will happen in some part of in some part in the future. But I don't see this in the next future because to have electric cars in all the in all the Brazil needs a lot of infrastructure. Yeah, to have stations to I don't know, to replace the batteries, to recharge batteries. I can't see this in the next future. But it's possible. It's possible because if, for example, this is very strong in China. In China is a country that is investing in many countries to construct infrastructure to sell cars. Yes, maybe the things will change, but I can't see the politicians doing this from their own one will. Yeah, but maybe in the future, I don't know, we'll have some pressure to change. This is my point about this. And let me see if I have some more. Um, I would like to have a car, electric car, more for enthusiastic for the environmental. But I don't know what will happen with batteries. Yeah, replacing batteries in the future. Maybe it's things to thinking about. But the idea, I like that. I like that. In your opinion, Luis, what do you think about?
Well, I totally agree with you guys, but I don't believe in electric cars in any position. I think that is just a fashion way that they are trying to sell an idea because it's possible in Brazil you have electric car because we don't have a good pavement. We don't have how to charge. It's very expensive. It's only for very rich people. Even the evil ones, electric car is very very expensive, and they don't have the quality to survive the Brazil streets. You know, electric cars don't have the capacity to being used in our temperature, you know. So I think the people who bought electric cars will suffer in the future because Brazil is totally different from China, you know. In China, people has the opportunity to use public transportation, trains. We don't have trains in Brazil, you know, and in China is very common. Not in Brazil. Brazil is very different. And I tell more, if you don't have a, a Uno or a Japanese brand, you will suffer forever, you know, or Uno or some Japanese brand.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think about the valuation too of the cars. Like you said, it's for rich people. Because the devaluation, maybe if you buy a car moved by petrol, um, you can you will in some years you lost 20%, 30%, but I don't know about the electric cars. Maybe the battery is we don't have more replacement. I can see that with mobile, for example, when your battery broke, is somewhere it's impossible to find a replace. You need to change your because the technology changed too. Um, I don't know about cars. I need to see some generations, some generations, 2, 2.0, 3.0 about the cars to maybe I buy. Yeah, because it's like I said, it's for rich people, and I don't know in the future. In my city have a lot of motorcycles nowadays, motorcycles, electric motorcycles. Yeah. I believe this will be possible to see more easier than the cars because the volume of vehicles uh, will be we will have some idea that will happen with cars. Um, thank you, Luis. And you, Denner, what do you think about this?
I think that electric cars is uh, important to the future, but I think that are many tools to allow us possible to more people, and there are many problems that must be resolved uh, before this, like the price, the system that the batteries work, many governmental questions that I think that it's things that will be resolved in years or decades in the future, not in the present, but we this moment we need to discuss this to allow us to arrive in this future because it's necessary for the environment. That's it.
Yeah, the environment is the center of this discussion, I believe, because with petrol, we have a lot of problems, and with electric, maybe we'll have some problems too. Yeah, because to make batteries, to replace batteries, I don't know about this. Yeah. Thank you, Danner. Guys, let's see more. I don't know. We have a lot of time to talking about more one question. But I would like this conversation for more time. Yeah. Let's finish that with one answer, fast answer. Okay. Let's imagine the future. How do you imagine cars will be in the years in the future? Yeah, the number 9. Okay, Dinner, can you answer that?
I think that cars are in the same way that are in this moment, but if it's possible, I guess that are more people that will have chance to having car. And I think that the possibility of electric cars will be more frequent, and the questions about security and the environment will be more discussed. And I think that's it.
Okay, Dinner, thank you. And you, Luis, what do you think about number 9?
Well, it's very difficult to think about 50 years ahead in time, but me, I by myself, I will still drive my Uno, certainly.
Yeah, Uno is the the first time that I drive a Uno, I think was a lot of power in a in a street car. Yeah, in a short car, have a lot of power in the first gear. Yeah, the Uno was não cantou pneu até. É strong, very strong. Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes, life
go
is
go.
temporary, but Uno is forever.
Yeah, Uno is forever. I would like to have a Fusca. Yeah, because
I have one.
do you
I
have
have
what?
one. I
What
have
would you like?
one, and I travel with this Fusca through
Oh.
Pantanal. A lot of adventures I do
Oh,
with my
you
Fusca.
need to talk more about this in the future. Yeah, because
Yes.
Fusca, I don't know how people drive Fusca because it's a very short the vision. Yeah, you don't have a lot of vision. I drive it one time. Oh my gosh, how can I drive that? But I would like to have one. Maybe when I have more space and I will buy a Fusca only for fun. Yeah, to to enjoy a car. Uh, and Lunian, what do you think about the number 9 question?
I cannot imagine too, like, it's really hard. I think they will exist, but maybe we can, with technology, we can. I saw a lot of people, they don't need to drive anymore, you know? You just command, you give the instructions, and you don't need to use to drive. I don't know either about the tests, to pass, because I remember when I don't know how to say this in English. Um, Câmbio manual e câmbio, é, essas coisas aí, câmbio de câmbio, né? Manual e o outro câmbio. When you need to do the test to apply, I remember there were some cars about manually and the other ones about easily one, and the test, if you do the test and a kind of car can be away, the other kind of car, and maybe if you don't need to drive anymore, you need to do a test. No, so I don't know. I'm just thinking like big, but I really don't know about, or maybe, yeah, because of technology, we can just rent the car and they just will arrive in your door. You don't need to go at the place anymore. I really don't know. But I think we can have a lot of changes if the politics people let us do, because I think they will try to hold a lot of changes to don't change a lot and try to protect the system and the money. That's it.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Don't have more time. Yeah, maybe in the future you use some drones, robots. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will not be here. Yeah. But that's it. I hope in the future will be better than that, and I would like to see that happen. Thank you guys for came to this immersion. Don't have more time to answer. I I speak a lot. Yeah, but that's it, guys. Can more time to talk about the other things, okay? I forgot to get the survey and I closed it everything here, but that's it, guys. See you the next time. Luis,
See
thank you for
you.
came. Lurian, dinner. See ya.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.